Getting eyes on the lineup once again here. Jack Freestone up against Kelly Slater. The Australian's been charging up the Jeep leaderboard in this final event. In fact, he's hit a bit of purple patch in the last few events of the season. Let's see what he can do. This one during the break. Slater loads up on that rail, driving hard, but can't get through it. Little backflip over the falls.
Kelly was dogged and just determined. Didn't even, once he felt like Jack had bit on the left and thought he had the inside for the left, he knew he didn't have to pay attention to Jack again.
Freestone's going to get pinched in this one. 27.5 minutes to go. Some more set waves coming. Jack might wear a couple of these on the melon.
I feel like I could most probably manage pipeline a little better. Here's Kelly having a look.
Slater grabs that rail, tucks in. This one reeling onto the sandbar. He's going to have to really get going to make it out of this ride, though. He pulls through. Also got that Olympic story unfolding here. Everyone's trying to get that provisional qualification. As we see Freestone just standing back on the tail, lining up his options. That one's going to get away from him. And with a really big finish, has an opportunity to overtake Julian Wilson. Needs a victory to do that. And if he can, he'll obviously get that Olympic spot for next season.
It's being something you can do. You can be in your prime surfing career at 47 years of age. We never imagined that was possible. Here he goes now.
Slater grabs that rail, tucks in at pipe. Good looking wave, hits that sandbar. Starting to really stretch out, and he can't find a spot to reappear. And he's going to go on the outside. Freestone lines one up. Late drop into this one. Does well to hang on to it. And he's going to get the finish. Throws the arms up. He's been searching for a solid moment of his own. The best score prior to that one, a 1.93. That'll be the best wave of the heat.
Some speed through that section. Really late takeoff. Very, very critical takeoff for Jack. Really deep tube as a byproduct of that. He really had no right to make this one, I don't think. Look, board sideways. He's slipping. At that point in time, he's so far at the bottom of the wave and all his energy's going sideways. How he handled all of that whitewater, as we see it here, and just held on. Great ride for Jack. It's going to be a big score, I imagine. It's a smaller wave, so it can't go that high, but the level of skill and ability involved in making that tube, making the drop and making the tube ride and getting the exit can't be underestimated. That was a great ride. He loved it.
Getting the speed back, and here comes the bomb. Slater's looking at it. I'm duck diving.
Well, Slater eyeing off this backdoor ride. The wave starting to stretch out.
Ooh.
Very deep section, that one. He won't come through it. 16 minutes to go. Freestone out in front.
Very deep on a very shallow section. You saw the whitewater explode up there.
Working with Shane Dorian at this contest. We've got a good-looking set wave standing up here for Slater. And avoids that first air section.
The disappointing thing for Kelly there is that he doesn't have the priority. That wave was really never going to be. Jack Freestone out the back with the job of improving on that 193. Pretty easy to do. Jack can get that ride up into a 3 or a 4-point ride. Kelly's going to be comboed, need more than one wave, and he can pretty much, you know, seal the deal, and it might be with this wave. Oh, it's a bumpy one.
Oh, Freestone late drop.
Oh!
Gets the drop right, but the wave turns incredibly ugly, and he gets swamped.
Wind is clocked a little bit over to the north, and it's affecting the lineup. It's moving those little ribs across the face, making it a lot more challenging. And I actually wanted to ask Strider if he's seeing the same results in the lineup as well.
And that seems to be what's happening. Slater looking at one right out back door.
Yeah, he locks in deep in this one, still rolling through it. It starts to stretch out though. 7.5 minutes to go. Still after an 8.19. Strider, just complete that thought on the conditions. You know, obviously a lot on the line for John with that Olympic spot, but plenty on the line for Medina as well.
No.
Plenty of pressure as Freestone just gets that rail caught on one of those ribs and goes down. Later on the outside with an opportunity here. 4.5 minutes to go. Scrambling to get into position. Finds a nice line into this one. The wave holding open. Kelly driving through this one. Finds his way through. Immediately sets his focus on getting back to the takeoff zone. Where is his number going to drop? The comparison will be made to the 7.33 of Freestones from earlier on. Less dramatic maybe that ride, but for me he got more time in the barrel.
Going the first one was a mistake too, as he wears this one on the head. Kelly gets that section there, which was beautiful. That's going to be a good score. I don't know that it's going to be the 8, but it's definitely putting him in contention. And Jack could have let Kelly have the first one, gone that second one, or at least completed one of those rides with the priority. If Kelly gets back in and wins this off the back of that, it's going to be a bit of a Houdini act as time ticks down. But this guy's done it so many times before. Grabs the rail, puts the hand on the face, doesn't slow it down too much, starts to slow now, and even more so now because he realises the line is set. The wave's not going to run off too far. Perfectly positioned, perfectly timed, and Jack made some big mistakes there that led to that for Kelly. It's a consistent feature of our judging where the technical nature of what you do, the difficulty involved, always plays a big part.
Freestone up, and looking at an air section here, he's trying to get rid of a 1.93. He didn't have priority, so just taking some chances on the inside.
I don't know that it was ever going to happen there. Kelly needs a 2.6. He's going to get it, you'd think, with 45 seconds. Here he goes.
Let's see. Making his move. Eyeing this. He's very deep here. Drives into the section. Slater locked in.
He's
rolling through. And he emerges in a big grab rail car to finish. His partner Kalani watching on in celebration mode. Having a bit of fun on the inside as well. The GOAT.
I tell you one person who's not real happy about that, and that's Idolo Ferreira, because he now gets Kelly Slater in that semi-final. He would have much rather have Jack's Freestone. I've got a gut feeling that might be the case. Kelly Slater, what a freak.
And he wants to take full advantage of these opportunities. He did just that on that final ride.
You know what? He may not think like that. He may think that he can just go forever, and he may very well, because he's gone longer than we ever thought. Here's the replay. Drops in. Beautiful deep through. The whole section throws. He doesn't risk anything. He just does it beautifully. And really, in a lot of ways, you've got to, when you're in that position, you've got to thank Mother Nature for giving you that opportunity. Could have easily have gone flat and not a wave broken in the last minute, but Kelly has willed and summoned Mother Nature to the game with himself, and Mother Nature came to play. He played it perfectly, and Jack is packing those bags back to Australia. The cutty was beautiful too.
It sure was. Great performance from the 11-time world champion. He'll take on Italo in the semis. Stick around after the break. Joe Tappel and Mark Potter will call Gabriel Medina versus John Florence.